Question number 1. The Parliament of India is also popularly known as Sansad. The Parliament comprises the President of India and the two houses Lok Sabha House of the People and Rajya Sabha Council of States. When did the Indian Parliament came to existence in?
Valid point 1947 is true. Question number 2. The Parliament has more and more people from different backgrounds. There has also been an increase in political participation from the Dalit and backward castes and the minorities. Whom are some seats reserved in the Parliament for?
You chose Saisons, and it is correct. Question number 3. In democratic India, people elect their representatives to the Parliament. Then, one group from among elected representatives forms the government. How long the members are elected for?
Bravo, 5 years is the answer.
Question number 4. The Parliament keeps a check on the ministers and their work. MPs have the right to question the ministers about the working of their department. When is this usually done during? Right choice. The question hour is the best answer. Question number 5. Who functions primarily as the representative of the states of India in the Parliament? It plays an important role of reviewing and altering the laws initiated by the Lok Sabha. Good job! Your answer. The Rajya Sabha works well here.
Question number 6. When none has majority, parties join together with different political parties who are interested in similar concerns to form what is known as coalition government.
Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer. Question number 7. In the Government of India Act allowed the elected members to raise questions and participate in decision-making under British legislatures. Faye. You got it. Your choice 1909 is right. Question number 8. Is the supreme law-making institution of India. You're right. Parliament is the correct answer. Question number 9. What does the shape of Indian Parliament depicts? Right again. Continuity is a valid answer. Question number 10. This picture is of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Great thinking. Lok Sabha is the right choice. Question number 11. People are not supreme in a democracy, and democratic government can afford to overlook the concerns of the citizens. State true, false. Correct. False is the right answer. Question number 12. Indian government is divided into different levels like central govt, state govt, and local govt. This is called form of government. Clear logic. Your choice federal is sound and 100% true.
Question number 13. EVM for the first time was used in
Well done. 2004 is the right choice. Question number 14. Rajya Sabha is that it is a permanent body as it cannot be dissolved, but 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years. Nicely done. True is a solid answer.
Question number 15. After elections, when no party has been able to get adequate seats to form a clear majority, parties join together to form.
Strong choice. Coalition is the right answer. Question number 16. EVMs were first used throughout the country for the first time in 2004 general elections. What is meant by EVM? Correct response. Electronic voting machine is the most accurate answer.
Question number 17. After a bill is proposed in the Parliament, it goes through 3 readings. The second reading is referred to dash. Perfect. Discussion is the correct choice. Question number 18. Dash is an important mechanism through which MPs can elicit information about the working of the Parliament. Solid response. Question hour is a valid choice. Question number 19. The combined strength of all political parties in the Parliament with less than 50% of representatives is... Excellent. Opposition is a brilliant choice. Question number 20. India is divided into numerous constituencies. Each of these constituencies elects one person to the dash. Great job. Parliament is the accurate answer. Question number 21. The members of dash are elected by the elected members of the legislative assemblies of various states. Smart move. Rajya Sabha is an accurate answer. Question number 22. The highest law-making body of our country consisting of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha is known as... Well reasoned. Parliament is the correct choice. Question number 23. The Parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guides the government. Good thinking. True is the right answer. Question number 24. What reflects the strength and faith the Indian people have in their democratic form of government? Nice work. You chose all of the above, and it is correct. Question number 25. The Parliament in our system has immense powers because it is the representative of the people. Smart pick. True is the correct choice. Question number 26. Universal adult franchise states that all adult citizens of the country have the right to dash. Well picked. Vote is the correct answer. Question number 27. Electronic voting machine were used throughout the country for the first time in dash. Excellent choice. 2004 is the right answer. Question number 28. Every dash years, the elections are held in India to elect the representatives of Lok Sabha. Sharp thinking. 5 is the right choice. Question number 29. Dash demanded from British government in 1985 to allow elected members in the legislature. Exactly. Indian National Congress makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 30. There are dash elected members plus dash members nominated by the President in Rajya Sabha. On track. 2, 33 and 12 is the correct answer. Question number 31. A democracy is the idea of consent, i.e., the desire, approval and participation of people. Smart move. True is an accurate answer. Question number 32. Mrs. Sheila Dixit was first female Chief Minister of Delhi who was elected for third time. Great thinking. True is the right choice. Question number 33. Select the correct option for every adult citizen in a country having the right to vote. Good thinking. Universal adult franchise is the right answer. Question number 34. What is the maximum strength of people in Rajya Sabha, and how many are there presently? Good job. Your answer 250, 245 respectively works well here. Question number 35. Parliaments all over the world exercise some control over those who run the government. Perfect. True is the correct choice. Question number 36. For general elections, electronic voting machines were used for the first time in dash. On track. 2004 is the correct answer.
Question number 37. How long do we, humans, spend listening to music? Approximately during our lifetime? You're right. A 20% is the correct answer. Question number 38. The dreams and aspirations of the Indian freedom struggle were made concrete in dash. Excellent choice. Constitution of India is the right answer. Question number 39. The ideas like desire, approval and participation of people are the main aspects of. Nicely done. Democracy is a solid answer. Question number 40. The supreme power of ruling are held with the people or with elected representative. You chose republic, and it is correct. Question number 41. An individual gives his or her dash to the government with the help of elections. Well done. Consent is the right choice. Question number 42. Which political party has won most seats in all states in 8th Lok Sabha election? Sharp thinking. Telugu Desam Party is the right choice. Question number 43. The organization of representatives for controlling and guiding the government. Correct response. Parliament is the most accurate answer. Question number 44. Debate on the reservation of seats for women is not resolved. State true, false. Exactly. True makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 45. The supreme power to give orders to the Indian Armed Forces lies with the dash. Right again. President of India is a valid answer. Question number 46. What is the total strength of the Lok Sabha, including the 2 nominated members? Well picked. 545 is the correct answer. Question number 47. When did the Indian Congress demanded the elected members in the legislature? Clear logic. Your choice 1885 is sound and 100% true. Question number 48. How many members are in the Lok Sabha and how many Anglo-Indians are there? Excellent. 543. 2 is a brilliant choice. Question number 49. Name the process through which people can select their own representatives. You got it. Your choice election is right. Question number 50. There are 3 arms of government, the dash, the executive and the judiciary. Correct. Legislature is the right answer. Question number 51. To form a government, a party must win at least dash seats in Lok Sabha. Great job. 272 is the accurate answer. Question number 52. In a democracy, the representatives make decisions on behalf of the dash. Solid response. People is a valid choice. Question number 53. Dash is made up of all the representatives elected by the Indian people. Right choice. Lok Sabha is the best answer. Question number 54. In a democratic form of government, power is vested in the hands of dash. Strong choice. People is the right answer. Question number 55. How many individuals are elected from each constituencies of parliament? Smart pick. 1 is the correct choice. Question number 56. An individual gives her consent to the government with the help of dash. Valid point. Elections is true. Question number 57. The upper house of parliament, which represents the states, is termed as. Bravo. All of the state is the answer. Question number 58.
A dispute regarding the election of the president is referred to the. Nice selection. Supreme Court is the correct and valid answer. Question number 59. Situation in which there is no easy solutions to the problem is called. Nice work. You chose unresolved and it is correct. Question number 60. The Dash of India is the leader of the ruling party in the Lok Sabha. Well reasoned. Prime Minister is the correct choice. Question number 61. The Parliament in India consists of Dash, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Sharp thinking. President is the right choice. Question number 62. The universal adult franchise is for the sake of justice and equity. Nicely done. True is a solid answer. Question number 63. One of the most important functions of the Lok Sabha is to select the. Excellent choice. Executive is the right answer. Question number 64. The head of the ruling party in the Dash becomes the Prime Minister. Good job. Your answer Lok Sabha works well here. Question number 65. A Dash is required to pass the Rajya Sabha in order to become a law. Well picked. Bill is the correct answer. Question number 66. Percentage of seats reserved for women in Indian Parliament is Dash. Great job. 33 is the accurate answer. Question number 67. How many members are nominated by the President to the Rajya Sabha? Valid point. 12 is true. Question number 68. Which is an important way to control the executive in Parliament? Solid response. Question hour is a valid choice. Question number 69. The Prime Minister selects minister from his party's MPs to work. You're right. True is the correct answer. Question number 70. EVMs were used throughout the country for the first time in Dash. Exactly. 2004 makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 71. The members of Parliament can question the minister during. Smart move. Question hour is an accurate answer. Question number 72. There are more members in the Lok Sabha than in the Rajya Sabha. Strong choice. True is the right answer. Question number 73. During the British rule, the Indian National Congress demanded. Good thinking. More representatives in government is the right answer. Question number 74. Name the organ of the government which is entitled to make laws. Well done. Legislative is the right choice. Question number 75. How many elected and nominated members are there in Rajya Sabha? Great thinking. 238-12 is the right choice. Question number 76. To whom are the questions asked in the Lok Sabha addressed to? You got it? Your choice speaker is right. Question number 77. What is the legislature at the national level in India called? Right choice. Both A and B is the best answer. Question number 78. The Rajya Sabha primarily functions as the representative of the. You chose states, and it is correct. Question number 79. Which house also known as House of the People and Lower House? On track. Lok Sabha is the correct answer. Question number 80. The members of Lok Sabha are elected by the people directly. Clear logic. Your choice true is sound and 100% true. Question number 81. A parliament in most countries has two parts. They are called. Well reasoned. Chambers houses is the correct choice.
Question number 82. Unless the president signs the bill, it cannot become an act.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice. Question number 83. If the president has to resign, he sends his resignation to. Nice work. You chose Prime Minister, and it is correct.
Question number 84. For what period of time the President of India holds office?
Smart pick. 5 years is the correct choice. Question number 85. How many members are nominated in Rajya Sabha by President? Bravo. 'Tis the answer. Question number 86. The Vice President of India is the Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Perfect. True is the correct choice. Question number 87. All the representatives together control and guide the dash. Correct response. Government is the most accurate answer. Question number 88. Which is the supreme law-making institution in our country? Right again. Parliament is a valid answer. Question number 89. How many seats were won by Bipin in Lok Sabha election 2014? Correct. 285 is the right answer. Question number 90. Who plays a vital role in healthy functioning of democracy? Nice selection. Opposition party is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 91. The Parliament enables Indian citizens to participate in.
Sharp thinking. Both N is the right choice. Question number 92. The Parliament, while in session, begins with a dash hour. Smart pick. Question is the correct choice. Question number 93. Which of these do the people elect at the national level? Well picked. MP is the correct answer. Question number 94. Under the dash rule, Indian people lived in complete fear. Nice selection. British rule is the correct and valid answer. Question number 95. The members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are elected by. Smart move. By people is an accurate answer. Question number 96. Which is another name for the Union Parliament in India? Good job. Your answer Lok Sabha works well here. Question number 97. In which year EVMs were used for the first time in India? Clear logic. Your choice 2004 is sound and 100% true. Question number 98. How does the individual give approval to the government? Bravo. Through elections is the answer. Question number 99. The idea of dash is the takeoff point for a democracy. Well done. Consent is the right choice. Question number 100. The universal adult franchise is for right to equality. Excellent. True is a brilliant choice. Question number 101. The supreme law-making institution in India is the dash. Correct. Parliament is the right answer. Question number 102. Who looks after the sanitary conditions of the country? Great job. Health Minister is the accurate answer. Question number 103. Which house known as Council of States and Upper House? On track. Rajya Sabha is the correct answer. Question number 104. Which Indian body is a supreme law-making institution? Nicely done. Parliament is a solid answer.
Question number 105. Which party came to power in 2019 Lok Sabha elections? Right choice. National Democratic Alliance is the best answer. Question number 106. Every member of Rajya Sabha has a tenure of 6 years. Solid response. True is a valid choice. Question number 107. A money bill can only be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. Exactly. False makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 108. The EVIMs were first used in elections in the year dash. Nice work. You chose 2004 and it is correct. Question number 109. Who is the head of the executive at the central level? Good thinking. President is the right answer. Question number 110. Dash is the most important symbol of Indian democracy. Correct response. Parliament is the most accurate answer. Question number 111. The President nominates 10 members in the Rajya Sabha. Valid point. False is true. Question number 112. Which house is more powerful? Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha? You're right. Lok Sabha is the correct answer. Question number 113. The President of India holds office for a period of. Perfect. 5 is the correct choice. Question number 114. When did the Indian Constitution came into existence? Strong choice. January 26, 1950 is the right answer. Question number 115. In which state Lok Sabha elections were held in 1984? Well reasoned. Both then is the correct choice. Question number 116. What percent of MP women are there in the parliament? You got it. Your choice 11% is right.
Question number 117. When did the Constitution of India came into effect?
Great thinking. 26th January 1950 is the right choice. Question number 118. Which is the highest law-making body in our country? You chose Lok Sabha, and it is correct. Question number 119. The President nominate dash members of Rajya Sabha. Excellent choice. 12 is the right answer. Question number 120. When was the first Lok Sabha election held in India? Right again. 25 October 1951 is a valid answer.
Question number 121. Representatives to the Parliament are chosen by the.
Correct. People is the right answer. Question number 122. The Rajya Sabha members are elected for a period of. Good thinking. 6 years is the right answer. Question number 123. In India, elections are held after every dash years. You chose 5, and it is correct. Question number 124. The Universal Adult Franchise is also known as dash. Strong choice. Universal adult suffrage is the right answer. Question number 125. How many nominated members are there in Lok Sabha? On track. 2 is the correct answer. Question number 126. Indian National Congress established in which year? You got it. Your choice 1885 is right. Question number 127. Parliament of India is dash law-making institution? Clear logic. Your choice supreme is sound and 100% true. Question number 128. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the. Excellent. Mlas is a brilliant choice.
Question number 129. Dash functions based on representation of states.
Smart move. Rajya Sabha is an accurate answer.
Question number 130. Who highlights the drawback of various policies?
Valid point. Opposition party is true. Question number 131. There are Dashi elected members in the Lok Sabha. Great thinking. 543 is the right choice.
Question number 132. When were the last parliamentary elections held?
Well done. 2019 is the right choice.
Question number 133. In a democracy, who is the most important person?
Nicely done. Citizen is a solid answer.
Question number 134. What is the significant function of Parliament?
Smart pick. Lawmaking is the correct choice.
Question number 135. The maximum strength of the Rajya Sabha is dash.
Nice selection. 250 is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 136. The leader of ruling party in the Lok Sabha is?
Perfect. Prime Minister is the correct choice.
Question number 137. The Lok Sabha is elected after every dash years.
Excellent choice. 5 is the right answer.
Question number 138. The Lok Sabha exercises supreme power in India.
Exactly. True makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 139. Who was the Governor General of India in 1927?
Great job. Lord Irwin is the accurate answer.
Question number 140. Lok Sabha is also called House of the People.
Well reasoned. True is the correct choice.
Question number 141. Rajya Sabha is also called Council of States.
Bravo. True is the answer.
Question number 142. The executive keeps a check on the Parliament.
Well picked. False is the correct answer.
Question number 143. BJP won the state election of Delhi in 2015.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Question number 144. The Rajya Sabha is constitutionally the dash.
You're right. Council of States is the correct answer.
Question number 145. The most important function of Lok Sabha is?
Correct response. Executive is the most accurate answer.
Question number 146. The lawmaking process involves dash stages.
Good job. Your answer 3 works well here.
Question number 147. The normal term of Lok Sabha is 5 years.
Sharp thinking. True is the right choice.
Question number 148. Lok Sabha has dash nominated Anglo-Indians.
Right again. 2 is a valid answer.
Question number 149. When did India become an independent country?
Nice work. You chose 15 August 1947, and it is correct.
Question number 150. What is the term of the president in India?
Right choice. 6 years is the best answer.
Question number 151. The Lok Sabha is usually elected every dash.
Good job. Your answer 5 years works well here.
Question number 152. How does the Parliament of India consists?
You got it. Your choice all of these is right.
Question number 153. The EVMs help to save around dash trees.
Great thinking. 150,000 is the right choice.
Question number 154. Plus 2 seats in Lok Sabha is as Anglo-Indians.
You chose true. And it is correct.
Question number 155. Which party got a maximum number of seats?
Exactly. BJP makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 156. The Constitutional Assembly was created in.
Clear logic. Your choice 1946 is sound and 100% true.
Question number 157. Even in a democracy, not everyone is equal.
Valid point. True is true. Question number 158. 17th Lok Sabha election was held in 2020.
Excellent. False is a brilliant choice.
Question number 159. When was the EVM used for the first time?
Good thinking. 2004 is the right answer.
Question number 160. What does universal adult franchise mean?
Nice selection. Right to vote is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 161. What do you mean by the houses of people?
Excellent choice. Lok Sabha is the right answer.
Question number 162. The Government of India Act came out in.
Bravo. 1909 is the answer.
Question number 163. The Rowlatt Act came into effect on dash.
Right again. March 1919 is a valid answer.
Question number 164. The Parliament of India has dash houses.
Strong choice. 2 is the right answer. Question number 165. How many members in Lok Sabha are there? 543 plus 2 equal to 545 is a solid answer.
Question number 166. Dash is the largest democratic country.
Right choice. India is the best answer.
Question number 167. When was 13th Lok Sabha elections held?
Well done. 1999 is the right choice.
Question number 168. The members of Rajya Sabha are called?
Well reasoned. MP is the correct choice.
Question number 169. Indian Parliament was designed by dash.
Smart move. Edwin Lutyens is an accurate answer. Question number 170. Anla is the member of Dash Assembly. Great job. Legislative is the accurate answer.
Question number 171. Lok Sabha is presided over by the dash.
Perfect. Speaker is the correct choice.
Question number 172. Rajya Sabha has dash elected members.
On track? 233 is the correct answer.
Question number 173. Discrimination is the ideal function.
Correct. False is the right answer.
Question number 174. In Parliament, seats are reserved for.
Well picked. Both and is the correct answer.
Question number 175. On the 15th August 1947, India became dash.
Sharp thinking. Independent is the right choice.
Question number 176. Who is the current Lok Sabha Speaker?
Nice work. You chose about Birla and it is correct.
Question number 177. What is the usual term of Lok Sabha?
Correct response. 5 years is the most accurate answer.
Question number 178. When was first election held in India?
Smart pick. 1951 is the correct choice.
Question number 179. Which house dissolves after 5 years?
You're right. Lok Sabha is the correct answer.
Question number 180. What is the term of the Rajya Sabha?
Solid response. 6 years is a valid choice.
Question number 181. Indian democracy can be described as.
Excellent choice. All of the above is the right answer.
Question number 182. How many houses have the parliament?
Nice selection. 2 is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 183. Rajya Sabha consists of dash seats.
Well done. 245 is the right choice.
Question number 184. Who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha?
Correct. Vice President of India is the right answer.
Question number 105. The Lok Sabha is a permanent house.
Excellent. False is a brilliant choice.
Question number 186. Rajya Sabha is chaired by the dash.
Valid point. Vice President is true.
Question number 187. Full form.
Sharp thinking. Bharatiya Janata Party is the right choice. Question number 188. Of M for the first time used in.
Right choice. 2004 is the best answer.
Question number 189. The parliament is begin with dash.
Good thinking. Question hour is the right answer.
Question number 190. Rajya Sabha is also known as dash.
Great thinking. Upper house is the right choice.
Question number 191. When did India got independence?
You got it? Your choice 15th August 1947 is right.
Question number 192. The Lok Sabha is a house of what?
Smart pick. House of Purple is the correct choice.
Question number 193. Third Lok Sabha election held in.
Great job. 1962 is the accurate answer.
Question number 194. The Parliament of India follows.
You chose bicameral legislature, and it is correct.
Question number 195. Who is the Speaker of Lok Sabha?
Strong choice. About Birla is the right answer.
Question number 196. Who is the President of India?
Clear logic. Your choice Ram Nath Kovind is sound and 100% true.
Question number 197. Lok Sabha is a permanent body.
Good job. Your answer false works well here.
Question number 198. Number of members in Lok Sabha.
Nice work. You chose 545 and it is correct.
Question number 199. Term limit for Lok Sabha is.
Smart move. 5 years is an accurate answer.
Question number 200. There are dash type of bills.
On track. 3 is the correct answer.
Question number 201. Democracy is the rule of the.
Nicely done. Majority is a solid answer.
Question number 212. Parliament is also known as.
Right again. Sober is a valid answer.
Question number 203. Parliament has dash houses.
Bravo, 2 is the answer.
Question number 204. Rajya Sabha is also called.
Solid response. Council of States is a valid choice.
Question number 205. The Lok Sabha's territory.
You're right. Fire is the correct answer.
Question number 206. Amla is the member of.
Correct response. Legislature Assembly is the most accurate answer.
Question number 217. Houses of People is dash.
Well picked. Lok Sabha is the correct answer.
Question number 208. What does PMO refer to?
Perfect. Prime Master Office is the correct choice.
Question number 209. Select the odd one, a dash.
Well reasoned. Lok Sabha is the correct choice.
Question number 210. Select the odd one out.
Exactly. Panchayat makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 211 Lok Sabha contains.
Perfect. 5145 is the correct choice.
Question number 212 full form of NLA.
You're right. Member of Legislative Assembly is the correct answer.
Question number 213. MP stands for dash.
Smart pick. Member of Parliament is the correct choice.
Question number 214. Full form of EVM.
Great job. Electronic voting machine is the accurate answer.
Question number 215. What are EVMs?
Smart move. Electronic voting machine is an accurate answer.
Question number 216. Who make laws?
You chose legislature, and it is correct.
Question number 217. What is EVM?
Excellent choice. Electronic voting machine is the right answer.
Question number 218. EVM means.
Nice selection. Electronic voting machine is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 219. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Good thinking. Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook is the right answer.